There are things we do almost without thinking, little habits, automatic routines. You brush your teeth, you lock your door, you restart your phone when it acts weird. You don't overthink them, you just do them because you know they work. But when it comes to your financial life, that same logic just disappears. Instead of fixing what's not working, we double down, we self-sabotage, we delay, and we hope things will just magically get better. But they don't. And as a result, we live smaller lives, more stress, less freedom, less joy, even when the fix is right in front of us. Let me show you what I mean. Stick with me because in the end, you'll understand the rest of the story. You know that sound? The click, the pause, the spin. Your screen freezes. Your cursor vanishes. And that little wheel of doom or that blue screen makes its ugly appearance. You tap a few keys, nothing. The mouse doesn't move, and you lean back and sigh. And then what do? You press Control-Alt-Delete, you reboot. No guilt, no shame, no second guessing, just reset. But here's what's strange. Why is it that we'll reboot a frozen computer in 5 seconds, but we'll suffer for 5 years before rebooting our finances? We'll stay up at night with money stress. We'll dodge calls, avoid the mailbox, hope the problem just unfreezes. We know the system isn't working, but we keep clicking the same broken buttons hoping for a different result. So let me ask you something. Oh, and before we go deeper, remember, you're listening to the Get Out of Debt Guy podcast, and if you don't want to miss more powerful moments like this, be sure to like and subscribe so you're always in the loop. So, how long would you sit in front of a frozen laptop waiting for it to work again? Minutes? Hours if you're patient? Would you wait weeks or years? Of course not. But that's what we do with our finances. Meet Jennifer, mother of 2, nurse, organized to the core, the type of person who sets reminders to water her plants. But then came the pandemic. Her hospital cut overtime, the bills didn't. At first, she used a credit card, here and there, a savings account. She had a little. She called it temporary, but months passed. The balances grew, and the fear settled in. She looked at the screen and muttered, I'll fix it tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. One day she opened her banking app. $173 overdrawn. Again? And the fees! Oh. She did what many do. She deleted the app. She didn't reboot. She shut down. Because in her mind, rebooting meant failure. It meant asking for help. It meant facing the numbers. And that, to her, well, that felt worse than the debt itself. Let's step back for a moment. Think about all the things we do reset without hesitation. The router goes down. Your internet at home is out. You unplug it. You wait 10 seconds. You plug it back in. Your phone glitches. You power it off and back on. A recipe flops. You start again with fresh eggs and less salt this time. Even with relationships, right? You've had that friend, the one that you gave a second chance, maybe even a third, but eventually you let go because the cost of keeping something broken is just too damn high. So why, when it comes to money, do we refuse to reboot? Because money gets personal. It's not just numbers on a screen. It's identity. It's pride. It's guilt. We don't just say, I'm in debt. We say, I'm a failure. But here's the truth. Rebooting your finances isn't a failure. It's wisdom. It's acknowledging what's not working and deciding you deserve better. There's another trick our minds play. We tell ourselves, I just need to work harder. I can figure this out. And so we patch the problem. We open new credit cards to pay the old ones. We borrow from retirement to make a payment. We stay in survival mode. But survival mode is not a strategy. It's a stall. Because if the foundation is cracked, painting the walls won't save the house. Sometimes you need a new blueprint, a better map, a clean restart. That's where I used to come in. I don't do this work for individuals anymore, but I did for nearly 30 years. And what I learned in those decades is this. I'm not here to sell you a one-size-fits-all solution because your life isn't a template. Think of me like a map maker. We sit down. You tell me where you are, and more importantly, where you want to go. And together, we chart a path, one that avoids the potholes, one that matches your terrain. And trust me, wherever you want to wind up, it's a lot more peaceful than where you're stuck right now. Even though I don't do this anymore for individuals, my good friend Damon Day does. He's someone that can help you if you need a map. And you can always find Damon at DAMONDAY.com. He works with good people in tough situations and helps them find their way. He's the best debt coach I know. Well, Jennifer, she finally reached out. She expected judgment, but what she got instead was a plan. We explored all our options: bankruptcy, budgeting, negotiation, emotional recovery. And at one point, I even joked, you ever try turning your finances off and back on again? She laughed. She probably thought I was stupid. But that laugh meant we were already making progress. She rebooted, not because she failed, but because she was ready to grow and get back to work. Today, she sleeps better, she smiles more, and she checks her bank app again on purpose. You reboot your computer because you trust it'll run better afterwards. Why not give your life the same chance? If this message is already hitting home for you, hey, boop that like button, give it a little love. It helps more people find this message. And visit getoutofdebt.org. That's me. There's a whole world of real help and human support waiting just for you. You can't control the past, but you can choose to reboot. And now you know the rest of the story. If you enjoyed the podcast today, hey, it's free to subscribe. Hit the button or tell someone about it. It'll help me. It'll help you too. I love win-win outcomes. And when you hit that like button, it tells the algorithm this was worth listening to. And that helps more folks find their way here. Until next time, stay awesome, be kind to each other, and remember to do good things. So tomorrow when you brush your teeth or reboot your phone, just remember, some resets are easy. The hard ones, they're usually the ones that matter most. See ya. Got a money question keeping you up at night? Well, don't just Google it. Get real answers from real people who actually know what they're talking about. Head to getoutofdebt.org/podcast to ask your question, and you might hear it on an upcoming episode. But hey, if you'd rather keep it private, Damon Day has your back. Visit DAMONDAY.com because getting out of debt is easier with the right help. That's getoutofdebt.org/podcast, where smart money questions lead to smarter money moves.